I am a spiteful person. It is in our human nature to seek revenge. We want to exact revenge on our enemies. Anybody that brings shame to our house will be thwarted. If you're out there and you've ever crossed me in any which way, just know I have your name on a list. I have the memory of an elephant when it comes to people that have doubted me, and I don't think I'm alone in saying that. We want to prove people wrong. All the people that ever thought you were a fucking dweeb, a chud, a good-for-nothing scallywag, we play out these fantasies in our head where, you know, we disappear for a while, go on our winter arc, and then we emerge like a phoenix from the ashes. You can spend your whole life building a life that is fueled by proving people wrong. That's why people sit around fantasizing about going to their high school reunion one day just to mog their graduating class. It's why your neighbor will buy the Porsche that he can't afford. You could spend your whole life seeking vengeance on a ghost. And I've tapped into this. I've tapped into this dark side energy. Like I said, dude, I have a laundry list of shit that people have said to me. There was a kid I grew up with very early in elementary school. He was a grade above me. When I was a kid, like, I was into skating, and this was right around the time that baggy jeans were phasing out and skinny jeans were phasing in. I was wearing skinnier jeans because I thought they were sick. He thought my jeans were gay. He tried to make fun of me for wearing girly jeans, you know? And we both played lacrosse. I took that playground insult and I kept it in my head every time me and him would go against each other. I used it subconsciously or consciously to score on this kid, to bring out the competitive fire in me, dude. You make fun of my gay little boy jeans, now I'm a Spartan. This gay little boy is now fucking Brad Pitt and Troy. So that was one of my younger memories of using spite and vengeance as a tool for motivation. I've used spite so much to fuel my professional career. And the way this started was in high school, I decided I wanted to be self-employed. I don't know when the realization hit me, but lightning struck one day and I started having a midlife crisis at the age of 15. I was like, you're telling me I have to work a bullshit job? Oh my God, I'd rather die. I was freaking out about it. And so I started reading some books. I was self-educating a little bit. And naturally, as a 16-year-old that started self-educating, I became very smug very quickly. I thought I was Albert fucking Einstein because I had one original thought. And that energy was carried into conversations that I would have with my family. You know, around the dinner table at Christmas or on Thanksgiving, I'd be yapping loud mouth like, you don't need to go to college to make a lot of money. Fucking the modern education system is a scam. The corporate world is a scam. I'm not going to sell out. I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to be my own boss. Just a piece of shit. Okay? Correct in a lot of ways, but a little piece of garbage. And my aunts and uncles would always try to humble me a little bit. You know, my grandpa, whatever. And my family was supportive, but the energy was often like, temper your expectations. Just wait until the real world hits, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I remember one time my uncle, God bless him, I have it in my head. I was yapping about this. He's talking to my dad and he looked at my dad and was like, he is such an idiot, isn't he? And I know he didn't mean anything by that. I have a good relationship with him. Now, I did go to college because my mother believed in higher education, but I knew throughout that I wanted to be my own boss. And so I started getting better at videography and photography. I was freelancing when I graduated. In the back of my mind, a big part of the fuel was that moment with my uncle. I'm like, I can't let this bastard win. I need to become my own boss so that I was right and not him. So I used that dark side energy. In college, I had a handful of friends find my YouTube videos and make fun of me. And people don't always like to hear that, like, you want to do whatever you want to do because they might not be doing whatever they want to do. So I got some attitude about it. People would occasionally put me down. Nothing crazy. I heard some bullshit, you know? Freshman year, I remember this kid found my YouTube videos and he, like, called me the F word. I'm not going to say it on YouTube because I don't want to get in trouble. But I carried that with me. I didn't hold a grudge in the sense of like, I didn't like this kid. I actually ended up being like boys with them. Energetically, I'm not going to carry a grudge, but I'm going to keep what you just said in my spirit. When you're fueling yourself with spite, it's not enough. When you're primarily immersed in the dark side, like Anakin fucking Skywalker, nothing's going to be enough. Getting more bitches is not going to cure you. Buying a yacht is not going to cure you. When all we are doing is fueling ourselves with that spite. There's never enough. You can't answer the question of what is enough, because enough is like once everybody eats shit, that's when it's enough. Once everybody who wronged me eats shit, then I'll be whole. What did Anakin have to do? He had to bring balance to the fucking Force, dude. When we tap too far into the dark side, what happens is a year or two passes and you realize you've been misguided. A lot of my energy was put towards, okay, well, if people are going to make fun of me, I need to become a better editor. I need to get cooler clients. I need to have a flashier lifestyle. I need to get to the point where nobody would ever dare make fun of this. That's the only way to protect myself. So instead of taking time to pour more energy into my personal creativity and YouTube, I just focused on clout and status and outward appearance, because I needed to keep proving people wrong. So the first part of that was, I was working construction, didn't have any legitimacy to my career. I ended up with an agency job. That kind of took care of the like family member portion of my spite, because now they're like, okay, this is a career path. Ethan's in marketing. Ethan's in commercials and marketing, and that is in fact a job. People do that for work, so we can all take a deep breath. That took care of the parental spite, but then I had to check off the box of like my boys that made fun of me, just some of my peers that clowned me. For me, like a boring, nerdy agency job wasn't enough. So then I kind of got deeper into the music industry and I climbed that social ladder. I went from working with really small DJs to touring with the biggest DJs. I went from shooting a 2-person club to Madison Square Garden and Coachella. Part of that was I love music. Okay, I do love music. I love dancing. I like to party a little bit. I wanted to travel more. Like I said, there was purity to that pursuit. But I think I put too much of my effort into that world because I was using too much spite as fuel. My spirit and motivation lacked balance. This was right around the time Anakin started to slaughter younglings. That's like what I was doing, but instead of slaughtering younglings, I was just knee deep in the club, just shooting minimal deep tech. That was my conversion to the dark side. Lord Palpatine came out of the Senate chamber with a silk shirt on and a fade and some Balenciaga shoes and said, "Hey man, you want to go on our boat?" And so I did. And then me and Palp just ripped lines until the break of dawn. All right, I'm joking. I went in too deep. And it wasn't so much like that the music industry stuff I was doing was bad, but for a couple years there, while I chased that clout and kept leveling up in that world, shooting bigger shows, having a larger artist roster, whatever, really just trying to lore mog. Really, the goal was like not what's the most net good I can provide society. It was like, how do I lore mog all of these fucking NPCs that looked at me sideways growing up? How can I accomplish that? How can I be the most interesting, self-centered piece of shit at the dinner party? And so when led astray, I got 2 years into this industry. My outward appearance of life looked super glamorous. I got to travel and tour everywhere. I was a backstage baddie, to be quite frank with you. Fucking throwing it back off the coast of Spion. Things kept going better. It looked like everything was good, but like the void in my soul kept getting bigger. No amount of success was filling it. Getting the headliner, for some reason after a week, it wore off. I was focused on lore mogging, dude, and that's no way to live. How many fucking people can think I'm cool and interesting? That's not a worthy goal. But that was a more immature Ethan's fuel. It was like burning coal, but eventually the engine started giving out. And then after a certain amount of time, I'm like, why do I still feel empty? Why is the success not taking care of the problem I thought it was going to take care of? This doesn't make any sense. And it was because of the fact that I was using too much spite. We all want to prove people wrong. You want to get jacked just so people know you're jacked, when the journey of getting healthy can be such a enjoyable thing on its own. We're so focused on outcomes. It's like, okay, once I get on the yacht and I can show people I'm on the yacht, then I was on the fucking yacht and they can't deny I'm on the yacht. And you didn't even like enjoy the water while you were there because you were just focused on lore mogging. If you're just so out of shape right now and you dream of the winter arc, dude, baggy shirt on for the next 12 months. Next time you take it off, people could wash clothes on your abs. And then everybody's going to think you're the coolest, hottest, most jacked guy ever. But the whole time you missed out on every workout could have felt good. The journey could have been good. And if you realize that it's all about process, it's not about outcomes, it's not about proving people wrong, then everything that's out of your control doesn't matter anymore, because we can't control how people react to us. All we can control is like what we're doing, what our goals are, what kind of effort and mindfulness we're putting into what we're doing. And you have to fall in love with that process. And falling in love with process takes spite out of the equation entirely. I don't make videos and shoot concerts or like try to get better at editing anymore because I feel like I need to be sicker. I need to lore mog harder. I need to have crazy dad lore. That's not why I'm doing it anymore. I'm doing it because I actually really like this craft that I have, you know? I'm not making these YouTube videos to seek vengeance on the kids that made fun of me when I was in 8th grade or whatever. I'm just doing it because like this process of communicating myself feels really good. I feel more awake in life when I'm doing this. It's like spiritual maintenance, and it's giving me more clarity on my voice and my ideas. And when any of you guys comment that it helped, that is all that's more than enough. It's helping 2 people. I'm excited, dude. I've gotten to post some of the biggest client work of my career, and it's awesome. You know, it's really exciting when those do well. But when I have a video on here, I get like 3 comments of people being like, man, this was like, I really needed to hear this. That literally hits harder, because that process is like enough for me. I don't want to keep fueling myself with spite. I had to realize like, dude, I could become the richest, most clout-riddled photographer in the music industry. And if I'm not exploring these other parts of myself and trying to help people in these other more meaningful ways, in my eyes, nothing is gonna satisfy me. Once you really align your processes and like the things you're putting effort into, the people you're around, once it becomes an act of love and like, it's just meditative, dude. Like everything can be an end in and of itself. That's what our boy, I think Socrates, used to inquire about, is like, what's a means to an end and what's an end in and of itself? What makes virtue virtue? What is good about truth or about joy? Are those things outcome oriented, or are they an end in and of themselves? You shouldn't want to get in shape so that one day you can fucking mog people. You want to feel good. You want to be healthy. You want to live a long, capable life. And I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm not going to say don't use spite, but just know it's a tool and you're playing with fire. I'll level with you. Some of these bitches need to be proven wrong. Some of these motherfuckers that are doubting you need to swallow a bag of bricks. And my guy or gal, if you lock in, you'll make them swallow those bricks. But just remember that that's not the meal, right? That's the cherry on top. We do what we do because we want to self-actualize as individuals. We want to help society. We want to help inspire people. We want to take care of people. We want to take care of ourselves. We want to add some joy to the world. But also just a little cherry on top. We made those bitches swallow a bag of rocks. Proving everybody wrong will not fix you. You could have the most lethal winter arc of all time. It will not fix you. Ascending will not fix you. Adjusting the ratio of your mandible to be more proportionate will not fix you. The yacht won't fix you. Getting the Balenci's on feet will not fix you. See you. Love you.